Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving a match analysis for South Africa versus Congo in the AFCON qualifiers. Alright, so let's get into the first goal of the match, which comes from a set piece. Alright, so the boys played here. A free jump, free goal. Let's move on a bit forward so we can get a different angle from that particular set piece, because I feel that was way too easy to score. A simple cross. So initially he was a bit behind and I don't think anyone was marking him at that point. So he starts his run here. And then, alright, so this is actually a good move. So what this guy did essentially was take the attention away. So once he started running, the other player, the Congolese player followed him, and then this other Congolese player is already marking someone. So this is a very, I don't know, this is not well worked because there's someone here. I don't know, there's a Congolese player here. I don't know if he's waiting for the ball to go on the counter. I don't know. He is not marking anyone. I would rather have him on the post, and he is not marking anyone. He should have actually been here because he is marking him. So this is a free man doing completely nothing when he could have been somewhere here to help out his teammate to avoid that overload. But as we can see, the South African player runs forward, gets himself an easy header, and you see if he had someone on the post, that particular goal could have been cleared, but unfortunately they did not. This is a lovely headed goal. Yeah, if there was someone on the post, they would definitely be clearing that. So this also shows the importance of having someone on the post. Alright, let's head on to the next goal of the match. Now this is a lovely goal. It's one of those goals you just have to clap. This maybe the defense could have done something a bit better, but that shot, come on, look at that. Turn, shoot, boom. There's nothing you can do there. But let's try and analyze what we can from this particular goal. Alright, so as you can see, as the player is driving with the ball, he is focused on him and he also has a man behind him, so that's dangerous. He should have been closer, probably. Should have been closer to him. And this particular space here should have been covered much better by probably this guy. He could have been here. Because what's happened is that as the ball is being played forward, this South African player receives he receives the ball under no pressure at all, because this guy that was in a position to actually move forward has taken a few steps back and has given this man space to take this lovely shot. He's given the South African player time to turn and shoot, and that is a dangerous combination. You can allow the player, okay, sometimes there are certain things you can allow. You can allow the player to receive the ball, but allowing him to turn and shoot, that is something else. But even though not even them were expecting such a wonderful strike, so kudos to him. I mean, even I wasn't expecting such a well hit goal. But like I was saying, they just leave an unnecessary gap. This is why it's so dangerous leaving gaps, especially on your 18-yard line. Yes, it might seem like a small gap, but the fact that he was able to receive from that gap, receive the ball, turn and shoot. And the lovely thing is that he did it as if he was on a swivel. So there's a difference. So there is certain motions in football like turning and shooting. There are players that trap the ball, then they turn, then they shoot. Then there are players that do that movement all in one, so it seems much more smoother. Like I was saying, the space here. Now, as he receives the ball, the player he kept on moving backward. He kept on moving backward and backward and backward. He should have been closer. But look at how he turns and shoots. He does it in one smooth motion. Look at that. That's one smooth motion rather than stop, turn, and shoot. Look at that. As he traps the ball, he traps it in a way, he continues moving, he turns with it. But oof, this has to be worthy of a Puskas or something. He just has to be. Let's head on to the next goal of the match, which seems to be another set piece. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this goal brought a lot of problems. So another corner. Once again, improper marking. As the ball comes in, he moves in behind his marker and he gets a free jump on goal. This must be very frustrating for the defense and also the goalkeeper. Look at that. Unmarked once again, and once again there is no man on the post. Like, what? Why is he here? Why is he here particularly? Because he's not marking anyone. There is no South African player that is running into this particular space. So why is he here? I would rather have him on the post. Because if Congo had a man on the post, both goals that have come from the set piece, that have come from set pieces, would not have gone in. I mean, if there was a man on the post there, that would not have gone in. I really wonder what was the whole routine on these set pieces, because the man that's near the post is not marking anyone. I'm really worried about the logic being used. Alright, here this is a counter goal. Alright, let's push it back a bit. So this clearly comes from a long ball. I don't know who it's from, but in this situation here, I could say it is a 2-on-3, and I do expect Congo to do better in this particular situation. Alright, so should the keeper have come out? I don't think so. I don't think so, because he was moving wide and then the Congolese players were coming to cover. And then now what he does here is that I think he was trying to chip it, but it ends up instead being a flick. The South African player here is behind the Congolese players, but let's see what happens as we play it forward. Look at that. They run into each other, and then they leave the space for that South African player to run into, and then boom, goal. I do not understand what happened there. Alright, so yeah, the long ball comes from there. Alright, so this South African, alright, so even this guy over here, he stops running as hard because he assumes that the ball has been taken care of. He makes sure to bust the guts just to get to that ball. So if he had continued running, maybe there would have been a difference here. So, and the keeper, I do feel as if he commits too early, because at this point, the ball is going wide and then the Congolese players are coming in. Yeah, he could have at least been a bit backward. Maybe it could have been here, because I do feel he commits too early as the ball is going wide. Yeah, so he tries to flick it over the keeper, but he ends up creating a somewhat pass for his teammate. And look at that. These two Congolese players were ahead of the South African player, but now they're behind him. They were just running at the ball, they didn't really pay attention, and easy tapping for the South African player. It's almost like these two Congolese players ran into each other or something. Yeah, like, why does he arc? So alright, so let me just do this. Alright, so when something's falling straight, and then, okay, there's this experiment whereby they had, what's this? They had a line, and then they had a ball move from here to here. Then they had another one where it was curved like this. So whenever they played, so they had a ball that they would drop, and then they would find is that the ball that was dropped on the line that is curving downwards, would reach faster. That's because of gravity. It would reach faster than the one that's on a straight line, mainly because of gravity. But now when you're running, it does not work like that. If you are running straight, you reach to your point quicker because gravity is not affecting you. But if you decide to curve, because you assume you run faster, you are just slowing yourself down. So I don't know. I think that's the logic he used. Unfortunately, that does not work in this case, and it's an easy tap in for the South African player here. Very easy tap in. Let's head on to the last goal of the game. Should be somewhere here. Oh, but this is some good play. This is some good play. Oof, it's very unfortunate that doesn't end in a goal. Because look at this one-touch play. Alright, so he pushes the ball forward. He passes it on. Look at that flick. the fact that he is right behind him and allows him to play that flick on is questionable. And the fact that this South African player is now running into the space that this defender has left behind him is much more worrisome. Yes, as we play, look at that. So now they're running into the space that has been left by the defender. Look at that run, and then he plays a lovely ball. And now look at this. Look at this. All of them are following the ball. No one was following their man. And now in this particular situation, both South African players are ahead of the Congolese players. Okay, not really him, but he is ahead of them. A cross gets played in, and it's just unfortunate that it doesn't finish, but that is a good piece of play. That is a very good piece of play. Alright, so this is the last goal of the game. Alright. Okay, so the defender here does well. Yes, the ball is played in a bit. It's played at an awkward angle, but it's enough for the goalkeeper to carry on. So now what the goalkeeper should have done is step on the ball. Instead, what he does is that he kicks it aimlessly low, player traps it, goal. Alright, so as the keeper is receiving this ball, what he could have done, he could have passed it to him, he could have passed it to him, he could have cleared it as high as he possibly could out. But what he does is that since his team is losing, his morale is low, his teammate has placed him the ball in a situation that he really would. Okay, he receives the ball, but I don't know, this seems out of spite and anger. He doesn't really want to receive the ball in that particular way. He just kicks it out, he assumes someone is there, and that's an open net for the player to score in. That's actually a good finish because there are some people that would miss from that particular distance. They miss. But yeah. Alright, so this is just basically the whole goalkeeper's fault. So the defender plays it in behind. The defender does well. Here he passes it to his keeper. His keeper is way too casual, and yeah, he ends up getting punished. This is why even if you're losing, make sure to maintain your composure. I don't even know who he was passing to. Very unfortunate. Otherwise, very good game. A lot of attacking sorry, sequences. Attacking, just very good attacking football. Great set pieces, even though the Congolese made the same mistake so many times. It's been a very good match analysis. Interesting match analysis, sorry. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next match analysis.